Welcome everybody to a first look video at Cultist Simulator. This is the latest game from former Fail Better Games founder Alexis Kennedy. We spoke to him on a podcast about a month or so ago. I'll include a link to that cast in the description below. But this is a game he's been working on. It had a successful run on Kickstarter and itch.io and now is available on Steam. And there is certainly nothing quite like it. And before we begin, just a few words of warning. First, anything that I show you is going to be spoiler related. This is one of those games that's as much about you learning how it works as it is about progress. And because of that, before I started this, I purged my save. I was only about 20 to 30 minutes in, so that way I can show things relatively fresh without getting too far deeper in the mechanics. And I would really suggest, if you are curious about playing this game, don't watch Let's Plays or longer looks at it, because it's going to spoil you on a lot of those other concepts of it. But let's begin. So this is basically the extent of our world right here. This table. And with Cultist Simulator, the idea is we're going to essentially have the story grow based on actions, which are represented by these tiles, and various nouns represented by our cards. And the cards themselves are essentially resources, both good and bad. Down here are our 4 key resources. These will be spent to activate certain events, and we will be punished if the game demands one of these resources and we don't have it. Now, one slight complaint that I have is that I would like this text to be a little bit bigger, especially stuff like this. Maybe like if we mouse over, it could zoom in or something along those lines. But as with Fail Better games like Fallen London and Sunless Seas, Sunless Sea, a lot of this game is going to be about the words and what we're going to be learning. So, here is our first verb. And it's going to be to work, so I'm going to place our card here. And the timer will count down for it to be finished. Now this is important because some resources are temporary. And we can also fast forward down there. So, what happened, I can pause too, this is very important, is the event completed, and we have some cards. Uh-oh. Dun dun dun. Oh, great. We lost our job. Now, we officially have 2 resources, health and funds. If you look down here, these show off the various aspects of that card, which basically determines what it can be played in. So, here's our dream. As you can see, something crazy is going on. I'm going to move this down here to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. So that's going to run. But in the meantime, we should probably do some work. So I am going to do some unskilled labor and see what happens. So we'll move forward here. And if you're expecting like hardcore action segments or terrifying visions, you're not going to get that here. Again, everything is, I would say, beautifully abstracted by this tabletop. So here, time passes, and this is one of those things that as time passes, this will begin to devour our resources. And if we're not careful, we could enter a fail state. So we begin to recall our dream. So contentment, defense against dread. And again, a lot of these elements you're not going to learn about till you start playing. Alright, so we have passion. Now we could also use dream to start to learn about what's going on. And again, dream is now another verb, there we go, that we can play around with. And if I click on the thing there, you can see the cards lighting up to understand which ones will work. So to keep things moving along, I'm going to play my passion here. Uh-oh. And we have an additional card. We could place that here to possibly get more out of it. But since we don't, we're just going to have to wait and see. So we'll fast forward again. And once time runs out, we'll get some more events happening. Alright. So we did some unskilled labor. We have health fatigue. Oh, better pause here. So that means basically our health is spent. I can't do anything with it until it recovers. But we got some money, and we can combine them like so. Vitality can be used to gain health, but we only have 3 minutes. Now, I have nothing else I can spend on work right now, so all we can do is wait. Alright. So we now have a bequest arrive, so this is an event. Apparently I'm going to be getting something in 30 seconds. And now time passes. And this is basically going to be one of our possible fail states if things get bad. So it's going to, every 40 seconds, or I'm sorry, every minute, we are going to use up 1 fund. There it goes, it's going to be spent there. That will disappear in another 23 seconds. In 32 seconds, this card will disappear and we'll get our health back. Let's fast forward. 3, 2, 1. So we had a nice sleep, and our passion is exhausted. But I have another vitality. So I'm going to see if we can play around with that. Hopefully before those cards run out. So I can't do anything else right now. 3, 2, 1. That's finished. So we got some things. We have bequests, which we can study. We have a lot of money to play around with. And we have reason. Alright, so there's our next resource. So let's see. Because we need at least 2 vitality, I'm going to place that here. And in 1 minute, we'll gain another resource. Meanwhile, let's see. I'm going to spend some reason. Actually, I'm going to try passion this time. Now, I can't study anything else right now. We could dream to recover our energy faster. Some sort of... That's great. So let's let it go. And again, that will run out in about 6 seconds. And we'll study this one next. There we go. Our health has been restored. We could go to sleep early. Or do some more menial labor. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it. Again, 60 seconds will go by. We'll fast forward. Alright, so now that will consume another fun. And that's just basically abstracting life. Alright, our passion is back. We can continue to dream about the moonlit road. But I think we'll use that for work next. But we now have 2 health. And we have a skill. So this will be useful for 4 vitality to gain even more health. But again, it's going to cost it. Let's see, can we put this here? No. So I'm going to now study this bequest. Am I passionate or reasonable? I'm going to say I am reasonable. And this will push us down different roads. And Cultist Simulator is almost like a perpetual choose-your-own-adventure game. Alright, so we're fatigued again. We have more vitality. But we got money. Now, I'm going to put my passion, see if we can do painting. Alright, so we were yearning, we could consume it. But we don't, so we're just going to let that paint. Well, we have nothing else to do, so I'm going to do that and see what that will... I think that should give us back our health quicker. Uh-oh. What do we have here? Oh, we have an exotic craving. So, something is going to happen, and we're going to get a craving. Could be for power, could be for wealth, who knows? Well, we're about to find out. But first... Alright, so we have another reason. We've gotten a clue. Alright, so we have the Watchman's Secret, notes on a possible collaborator, directions to Moorlands, and a temptation. So as you can see, this could give us a victory condition. But a lot about Cultist Simulator is the fact that we will probably fail. And we will take the knowledge and things that we unlock into our next game, and so on and so forth. So I am going to see what we can study here. Let's see. There's a lot we could study. Let's get this guy and see if we can get a collaborator and start our cult. Uh-oh. It just stole my temptation card. That can't be a good sign, right? Alright, we got something for her. Alright. Oh wait, I think we can actually use that. So our temptation is growing. I'm going to place yearning in here and see what happens. And again, we have until the time runs out to apply. Alright, so our dream is done. Our health is refreshed. I'm going to combine these two. And let's see, we could meditate on that. Alright, let's work on our temptation, see what happens. Alright, we could spend, so let's see. Alright, we shall see what happens. I'll fast forward some more. Again, I love it when games kind of really integrate the aesthetics and the design, and even in this case, the storytelling all in one. So we have a new verb now, to talk. And this will allow us to interview people. Oh. So we have some mystique. So that could cause us trouble down the line. Let's see. Let's study. Let's see if we can find Moorland's shop. Books are the memory which does not die. That's good to know. Alright. Our painting is done. Alright, we have a glimmering. But our passion is exhausted, so we gotta do something about that. We'll put that in here. So we have 3 minutes to make use of that glimmering, or I will lose it. So we'll fast forward a little bit more. Uh-oh. Oh, what happened here? Alright, so that went there. Uh-oh, we've been sick. Ooh. We even had that extra health already. So that's fine. We should be okay. Let's see. Let's pursue some knowledge. And we now have an acquaintance. So we may be able to recruit her. Huh? Let's talk. Alright. And now we've unlocked Explore because we found that area. Alright. And again, as the game grows, you can see our board starting to grow with more actions and more things happening. So let us, so I want to do this. We need more glimmering. Let's see. Let's explore this and see where it leads. Oh, now what? Alright, so we have something coming up here. She's now an acquaintance. Let's move you over here. Alright, I'll get back the Watchman's secret. Oh, and we got something else here. A dedication. Oh boy. Things are starting to get a little crazy here, aren't they, folks? So it's time to start my cult. And we're going to be founded under the Watchman's secret. So that will wrap up. Our passion is almost back. So we can, we got some notoriety. I'll put that down there. Alright, so once the call has been established in 24 seconds, we'll be good on that front. Is there anything else I can study right now? Not yet. 7, 6. We could dream. Let's see. I've gone as far as I can dream. I must perform the work. So we can't do anything with that just yet. Those cards down there. And our passion is back. So let's see. I don't think this is going to work. No. So we basically need to do 2 paintings here. Alright, so our first health is fatigued. And we have some money. So I'm going to spend some passion again. We're going to try and make a painting. I don't have any yearnings to play around with there. But our cult is about to be established. Yay. Alright, so in order to do this, I need to give something up. And in doing so, we will, as you can see up there, officially establish our cult. Alright, in 30 seconds we'll be good. And we'll wrap up this video, I think, now. Because again, everything that I'm showing you is revealing more and more about this game. And again, this is one of those titles that's really meant, I think, to be played in a, a personal element. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, we're going to have to do something about that now, don't we? Well, we got vitality, thankfully. There we go. We'll be fine soon. Damn that money. And again, in 9 seconds, we'll have our cult. And they've always promised more stories and chapters coming down the line. If you buy the game before, I believe, the 7th of June, you'll get the Perpetual Edition that gets you all DLC for free. Alright, so we have an area. And we can also go on expeditions to find out more. So we could go to Moreland's shop, but it will cost us money. Or we go to the mausoleum, but then I need to set people out to find it. So that's not good right now. Alright, so it's time to get a recruit. And we are now officially a cult. Hip hip hooray, right everybody? But as you've been watching this over this last 20 minutes, again, this is a game I think you're either going to love or hate. If you really like games with a strong story, and again, that kind of like personal feel, just learning more and more about it, this is a great game to play. But if your eyes have glossed over out of the sounds of my hypnotic voice, then you probably aren't going to want this game. Because again, a lot of this is just going to be about you learning what's going on, and just seeing what else you can play around with in this sandbox. So the last thing I'm going to do is take our Glimmering, and I will improve my passion. Let's see. Oh, we could work. So we need to know something, and I need power in order to move forward in our quest there. Meanwhile, we're about to get back our second health. So as soon as she's done being recruited, that will be when we'll wrap up the video. 2, 1. Alright, we have begun. I think that deserves a screenshot. Alright, so now she's one of us. These cards will, of course, appear again. There's our reason. Here's our headquarters. And what is this? This is kind of like our actual cult itself. Alright, so we have officially gone down our path to hopefully enlightenment or bring about the end of the world. I guess either one could technically happen. But that's going to do it for this video. I really like this game, but I don't think this is a good game to stream or be playing around with other people, because you really want to dig into it yourself. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I would like to thank Alexis and his team for giving me a press key. If you'd like me to take a look at your game in the future, it doesn't need to have Lovecraftian elements or not, please be sure to get in touch, and be sure to check out Cultist Simulator. Like I said, they are going to be doing more DLC planned, and if they haven't already gone and talked about some kind of Darkest Dungeon collaboration, then things are truly in a Lovecraftian horror sense. But anyway, check back for daily discussions on game design here, and on game wisdom where examining the art and science of games. Until next time, have a good evening. Before we get to the credits, just want to give a quick shout out to the fans and supporters over on patreon.com/GWBycer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check back around 10 Eastern for regular streaming. If you'd like to suggest games for me to cover or topics to talk about, let me know in the comments below. For a collection of my writings as well as weekly podcasts on design, check out game-wisdom.com. To support the Game Wisdom Patreon, you can find us on there on patreon.com/gwbycer. $1 will get you into our private Discord channel where we talk game topics and more. $5 will get you voting privileges for any major event, including the Saturday Night Grab Bag, Patreon-funded goals, and more. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy more videos here on the Game Wisdom YouTube channel.